Ky episod u mundsua pjesërisht nga agjencia shqiptaro-kanadeze Sani Shorsh Travel, piknisja e udhëtimeve dhe pushimeve tuaja kudo në përbot. Kamera jonë sot do të na shpjerë në zemër të Torontos. Jemi në Muzeun e Tekstileve të Kanadasë, që ndodhet shumë pranë kryqëzimit të University Avenue me Dundas West. Është një muze i vogël, por shumë elegant dhe ku bie në sy për kujdesja. Vetë ideja e ruajtjes dhe ekspozimit në muze të veshjeve, stolive, dekorimeve apo qëndisjeve prej cohrash të ndryshme është sa respekt për artin që këto sende mishërojnë, po aq edhe për historinë që ato mbartin me vete. Shkak që erdhëm këtu, u bë bashkëpunëtorja jonë Nora Marku, që me kërshërinë që e karakterizon, zbuloi se në këtë muze u ruakan edhe disa veshje shumë të vjetra shqiptare. Le të ndjekim bisedën që ajo zhvilloi me kuratoren e muzeut, zonjën Natalia Nekrasova.
Our museum was founded in 1975 and we celebrated our 40th anniversary last year. We have a collection of about 13,000 textiles and all of them, 99%, were donated to us. People are very generous when they donate textiles and we are very selective, I have to say. We don't take everything, we select. We have collections of textiles from around the world. And from the very beginning of our era until 2016. And among them are 18 textiles from Albania. They are coats, vests, headdresses, headscarves, and towels. Just a few, but they show a beautiful tradition of Albanian weaving and embroidery. They are mainly made from cotton, linen, and embroidered with silk, very often embroidered also with gold or silver thread, and decorated with glass beads. Coats and vests are made from wool, silk, nicely woven and richly embroidered. All these items were made to be used during special occasions, celebrations, when they decorated houses with these towels, because these towels are not to wipe your hands or faces. They are to be hung on the wall to decorate spaces when people come, when guests come, when a wedding is celebrated, or birth of a child is celebrated, and so on. And the same with these coats and vests. They are not ordinary clothing. They were worn for special occasions.
Mm-hmm. Could you tell us maybe a little bit about the donors, what you know about them?
Yeah, I can list them if you are interested.
Sure.
Yeah. Ken and Martha Kidd, Dr. Daniel and Mrs. Sharon Pollock, Howard Gorman, and Owen Scheim. These are all collectors who donated a lot of textiles to the Textile Museum of Canada, not only Albanian, but from around the world, European and Asian, including Cajun and Central Asian and Syrian, for example, and Japanese, and so on. So they really contributed to our collections. And these 18 textiles are a very important part of it. The museum is open every day from 11 to 5 and on Wednesday from 11 to 8. From 5 to 8, pay what you can. So we welcome everybody. You will find here textiles interesting from all points of view for adults and children, for students, from people from different regions and cultures, because our collections are very multicultural. And we often show textiles from our collection and also exhibitions which we bring from other museums in Canada or abroad.
Me mira klienti kanë besuar orges hysit për mbushjen e ëndrës për t'u bërë pronar. Nëse po blini shtëpinë e parë, të dytë apo dhe të tretë, orges hysi është njeriu që ju duhet, sepse kredia është e ndërlikuar dhe kërkon këshillim profesional, por edhe një emër gjigant, siç është RBC. Orges hysi vjen aty ku jetoni ju, me zgjidhje të përshtatura me rrethanat tuaja. Interesat janë shumë të ulta, miratimi i kredisë bëhet shumë shpejt dhe kushtet e shlyrjes janë të favorshme me përfitime si për shembull cashback. Orges hysi, një besim i përligjur. Mentor Bardhi është një nga agjentët më të suksesshëm për shitblerje pronash në komunitet dhe mjaft konkurrues në treg.
Do ju ndihmoj që të blini më lirë dhe të shisni më shtrenjtë.
Mentor Bardhi, zgjidhni përvojën. Toni dhe Ledi Alushi ofrojnë udhëzime falas për shitblerje shtëpish, plan marketingu, rregullim dhe dekorim të pronës për shitje, reklam në rrjetet shoqërore, fotografim profesional, paraqitje multimediatike, si dhe ndihmë në gjetje kredie dhe shërbime ligjore. Rrjeti i bizneseve shqiptare në Kanada e vazhdon me sukses mbajtjen e takimeve të antarëve të vet. I tillë ishte edhe takimi i fundit i mbajtur në Johnson Hotel në Kitchener më 3 dhjetor 2016. Të ftuarit dhe antarët e rrjetit ndoqën me interes paraqitjet nga folës të ndryshëm, mbi tema të ndryshme nga fusha e biznesit, ligjit, bankave e të tjerë. Por e veçanta e takimit të 3 dhjetorit ishte prania në të e ish ambasadorit amerikan William Walker, i njohur gjërësisht nga shqiptarët si i dërguari i posaçëm i OSBE-s në Kosovë me detyrën e drejtuesit të misionit të verifikimeve. Ishte në fakt William Walker i pari që dha kushtrimin në terren për një ndërhyrje ushtarake të NATO-s kundër Jugosllavisë së Miloševićit. Për rolin e tij në mbrojtjen e shqiptarëve dhe në përgjithësi të çështjes shqiptare, William Walker gëzon një respekt të madh mes shqiptarëve kudo në botë. Duke e kapitalizuar këtë respekt, por edhe nevojën për një përfshirje më të madhe të diasporës në jetën politike, ekonomike dhe shoqërore të Kosovës, Shqipërisë dhe vendeve të tjera ku jetojnë shqiptarë në Europën juglindore, zoti Walker, siç thot edhe në fjalën e tij, ndjeu një thirrje të brendshme për të ndihmuar shqiptarët në diasporë në mënyrë që zëri i tyre të dëgjohet më shumë.
But the diaspora has to have a bigger voice in what is going on in the homelands.
Në këtë kuadër, ai ka nisur një turne në Amerikën e Veriut, duke filluar nga Chicago, Florida dhe tani së fundi në Kanada. Në vazhdim do t'ju sjellim pjesë nga fjalimi i ambasadorit William Walker, kur ai bën një grafi të mprehtë realiteteve në vendet tona dhe në fund kur bën thirrje për të drejtën e votës për diasporën, bashkim politik të saj në Kanada dhe vendet e tjera, bashkim në mënyrë që të ushtrohet trysni jo vetëm ndaj qeverive të korruptuara shqiptare, por edhe ndaj politikanëve të vendeve ku jetojmë, në mënyrë që edhe këta nga anë e tyre ta përcjellin trysnin në Shqipëri, Kosovë e tjerë.
I think things are going in the wrong direction. Very much in the wrong direction. Politically, economically, the conditions of life, and this is not just in Kosovo but throughout the Albanian homelands. Politically, those who are leading in Kosovo, in Albania, I don't think they are particularly concerned with the well-being of the homeland. I think they are more concerned with their personal power, their fortunes, more concerned than with the nation's well-being. There's economically alarming unemployment throughout the region. I'm very involved with the youth who are graduating from the universities. The one I was involved in, the American University in Kosovo, which is in Pristina. There, the graduates come out, maybe 200 in a class. Most of them are now bilingual in English and Albanian. They immediately get employed. But in that group, 18 to 25, the unemployment rate is something like 80%. There are no jobs for the young people of Kosovo. I'm not sure what the statistics are in Albania, but I'm sure there are also a great number of young Albanians in Albania that cannot find employment. So what is the result? The result is that the young, the ambitious, the ones who are talented, the ones who have something to contribute to the society are leaving. There is a terrible brain drain going on in Kosovo, and I think it's probably true in the other homelands of Albanians. The young people, not from choice, they don't want to leave, but they leave because they can't find employment, they can't find opportunities to see a future that they can live. there is increasing, in my opinion, despair among the populations of Kosovo, of Albania, Macedonia. Montenegro is a little different, but there is despair, there is disappointment. Certainly there is disappointment when you think of what the emotional outbreak was when Kosovo declared its independence, when everybody thought this was the chance finally to show the world what we can do. There is still hope. There is still a glimmer of hope, but I'm sure that that is outweighed by some of the pessimism I find every time I go to Kosovo. So will things get better? Well, I'm afraid right now my perception is that there are not many things there that are necessary to turn things around. You know, there are many long recognized and necessary ingredients for growth, for business stimulation, for investment, that are simply not there.
Korinis Pain Management Clinic është një klinikë shqiptare me shërbime cilësore për trajtime riaftësuese ose ndaj gjendjeve kronike. Këtu ofrohet fizioterapi, kiropraktik, terapi masazhi, bioflex me lazer, akupunktur, osteopraktik, ortotik, çorape elastike e të tjerë. Doni të blini apo shisni real estate? Bardhyl Selimi me kompaninë Remax ju shërben me profesionalizëm. Për çdo shërbim në real estate, mos guroni ta kontaktoni. Për bashkëdhetarët, shërbimet e avokatit i ofron falas. Zgjidhni njeriun tuaj. Për çështje ligjore ju duhet gjithnjë një partner i besueshëm dhe që mbron interesat tuaja. Për shitblerje shtëpish dhe biznesesh, emigrim, sponsorizime, prokura, noterizime dhe testamente, është një emër: Brungalo Offices. Nëse ju nevojitet një avokat me përvojë nga Bay Street në çështje gjyqësore, biznesi, pronash, emigrimi e tjerë, zgjidhni avokatin Gjegjvani.
Avokatia është pasioni im prej më së 20 vjetësh. Më lejoni të bëhem partneri juaj në zgjidhjen e çështjeve tuaja ligjore.
I got involved in 2002 when everyone in Kosovo realized that for a real investment to come about, they needed energy. They needed constant energy. They couldn't have blackouts. They couldn't have elevators that stopped in the middle of the lift. Okay, most of the sort of critical issues like unemployment, like energy, like the privatization process, which has sold off the few government resources that were available for privatization. They've been either sold off at ridiculously low prices, or corrupt politicians have made a slice of the pie theirs. And again, that's very sad. What about the international community? I blame the international community as much as I blame Kosovars. I quite often hear from Kosovars, well, you know, it's our fault, we should have done better. But I also say that's not quite true. The international community that came into Kosovo with the purpose of showing Kosovars how to do economic development, how to set in place a system of justice that would produce justice, the rule of law. I'm afraid that many of the internationals that went in there, including some Americans, were not very good at what they were supposed to be doing. Some of them doing it for their own good, corruption. Some of them doing because they were earning good salaries, they were living well, they eat in good restaurants, and they were going to be there for 2 years and then they were going to go someplace else. They really didn't give a damn about Kosovo. And most of them went in there not knowing a thing about what had happened in Kosovo. They didn't know what had happened under Slobodan Milosevic. And by the time they learned, it's time for them to move on to their next posting. So the international community, I put a lot of blame on for what has gone wrong in Kosovo, including from the United States. Almost from the beginning, I was advising that the international community should get out of Kosovo. Let the Kosovars decide what to do, how to form a government, what kind of government to form. Instead, they've put together something that, in my opinion, doesn't work. I find out going around from the communities here in Canada, the United States, Europe, that many of you are also very discouraged, as I am. Many of you are angry. Many of you say, I've given up. I'm never going to go back to Kosovo. I'll go there maybe for vacations, but I'm not going to try and invest. Why? Because when you go and try to invest, you find more problems that you never suspected. You think you're coming back with money to invest, you're coming back with ideas, you're coming back with talents, you're coming back with experience in the West as to how you're supposed to put a business together, and you get back there and you find out that you're not really welcome. I know too many Kosovar Albanians who have gone home, trying to set up a business, and then given up. I really think the governments, the political class in the homelands are actually sort of afraid of the diaspora. They worry that you're going to come and you're going to be more attuned to working in the modern world. Technologically, you're better prepared. You know how to do business as it is conducted in much of the world, or the economic world, the United States, Europe, and so on. So in sum, the diaspora's monies are well received by the governments, but they are unwilling to accept your advice, especially your political advice. Hashim Thaci, as I say, I don't think gives a damn about the diasporas coming home and investing. I think he's afraid that if you do, things might turn against him. So your influence is incredibly important, but it could be even more important. Things are not going to change within these countries until there is a force greater than the PDK and SHIC in Kosovo, or one of the parties or the other party in Albania. They're not going to change. They're not going to give up power until something comes up and hits them over the head with a hammer, and I think it's up to the diaspora to do that.
Nëse jeni gati të blini shtëpinë tuaj të parë apo një shtëpi tjetër, ose dëshironi të rinovoni kredinë ekzistuese apo ta transferoni atë te CIBC, mos nguroni të kontaktoni zonjën Valbona Tujani, Mortgage Advisor me CIBC. AG Windows & Doors ju fton të përfitoni nga prodhimet cilësore me çmime të arsyeshme. Ktu çdo gjë prodhohet me përgjegjësi teknike dhe vëmendje ndaj blerësve. AG Windows & Doors, një biznes i suksesshëm familjar për 22 vjetësh në shërbim të familjeve shqiptare.